Welcome here, Punch Out Boxing. I'm speaking to Keaton Gomes, all the way from South Africa. How are you, Keaton?
Oh, I'm good, thanks, and you?
Yeah, not bad. A bit cold as England is. I guess you guys are still getting the tail end of the Southern Hemisphere summer over there.
Yeah, we're still quite warm this side. We got good weather.
Yeah, you're in Africa, so we'd expect it. By the way, whereabouts in South Africa are you based?
So I'm staying in Johannesburg,
Hmm.
in South Africa. That's Gauteng. So yeah,
Yeah, a lovely part of the world I have visited on my way to Kruger National Park and would very much like to go again. So,
no,
Keaton,
that's close to us.
absolutely. Keaton, you've recently just got that great news. You've been selected for the WBC's inaugural Grand Prix tournament. Um, Great news for you, especially in the flagship heavyweight division that you're in. Um, but yeah, can you first of all just tell us how that came about that you got entered into that tournament?
Yeah, so no, I heard about it through my coach. My coach mentioned it to me, and course, all ours are on Saudis, and we want to enter it as the WBC Grand Prix. So my coach actually got me to enter. We entered together, um, and yeah, we just kept training. Took it like a day by day. And when we got that email saying congratulations, you've been accepted into a Grand Prix, I was like, geez, I went crazy. I phoned my coach. I said, we got it. They've put us in the Grand Prix. I don't have dates and all that yet, but yeah, yeah, it was a great feeling once I got that email.
Yeah, I can imagine. And just looking at your record, you're 10-3. You've
Yeah.
been a pro since 2018, but maybe not really got the activity you wanted. But this tournament, it's a chance to catapult
Yeah.
you there.
Yeah, no. So obviously you can see by the the record, the inactivity, but it wasn't because of us. We were always ready to fight, asking for fights, but we were held back by promoter and all that. They had me sitting out for a year before I even had one like another fight, which is ridiculous. But my coach has put a stop to that now and all that. So now this is the type of years we want to fight, and we want to be boxing every 6 weeks, 8 weeks. We want to be busy because regardless, I'm in the gym training as if I've got to fight. So now
Mhm.
it just what gives you a end goal now at the end of your training camp. You're not just training every week in, week out for nothing. You're training for a goal.
Yeah, absolutely. You young fighters need that. And especially, like I said, at heavyweight, the prestigious
Yeah.
division, it's absolutely flying right now. Unlike some of your rivals, though, it looks like you've already been in some championship level fights. You've been African Boxing Union champion. You've fought 10 rounders, 12 rounders. So compared to some of your rivals who are still very sort of just, I guess, novice pros, you got a bit of an advantage over some of them.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess the rounds that I've gone and put in give me an advantage. But it all comes down to the skill you learn in your training and what your coach preps you for the fight. Can I say, like, you can have done all the rounds, but if you're not trained right or you don't have the right game plan, you're going to come up short. So I guess it's going to be all eyes on coaches and their prep and teamwork and all that.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, what's the boxing scene down in South Africa like now, especially at heavyweight? Growing up, I remember watching guys like, Berta. Um, yeah, there've been a lot of great South African heavyweights in the past. A bit quieter at the moment. It's just, I guess, Kevin Lerena. He's had a few fights at the top level, but he's gone down to bridgerweight. Um, yeah, is there the pool of talent still for you?
Yeah, it has gone down. Kevin Lorena is actually my stablemate and teammate.
Hmm.
So we work a lot together under the watchful eye of Peter Smith. He trains us and preps us for our fights. Um, so yeah, it is quite dead. I'd say Kevin Lorena's used fought at the world stage, and then yeah, I'm going to be the next one now after this tournament. I'm going to stamp my name in the division and obviously get it out there. coming from South Africa. So we're quite excited. It's going to be good times ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love it if they could have some of them shows back in places like Sun City again, where we need those
Yeah, my
glory
coach
days back.
fought there.
Is that a challenge for you then, like getting the quality sparring? Because obviously South Africa is so isolated almost down there, so far away from like the major powers of boxing.
Yeah, it is difficult. Um, it's very difficult for our team and our camp to always get sparring. Um, so most of the time it's had to be like Kevin and I working together, but my coach has managed to get guys in that look like they're going to stick through the camp and help with sparring. So that is a bonus. But yeah, honestly speaking, yeah, in South Africa, you can't really rely on other people too much and all that. It's, yeah,
Hmm.
can't say anything much.
But what's your boxing background like? Did you have much of an amateur career?
Yeah, I did the amateur fights. I won what do you call it, the nationals here when I was 15, 16, around there. I won I think it was the heavyweight, it wasn't the super heavy, it was above 93 kilos. I won that. And then I turned pro when I was 19.
Hmm.
Once I won the nationals, I never really had many amateur fights after that. Also, in the amateur um, section. There weren't many fighters left to fight. So I turned pro at 19 and yeah, I've never looked back.
What's it like being a young novice pro down there in South Africa? Are you able to be a full-time pro? Do you have to have a side job as well, like most boxers, even here in England, have to?
Yeah, no, you have to have a side job. Or and I'm young till I get to the top and the next level and the higher levels. Then obviously, yeah, when boxing starts covering everything and you are 100% focused. I am 100% focused. I actually work in my coach's gym here, so I'm in the gym 24/7, 6 days a week. Uh, yeah, from morning till night, you'll find me here. So yeah, you got to work, but at least it's something I love doing. It's not something I don't like. I'm in the gym teaching also kids and all that. So it's something I enjoy doing. So I don't look at it as work.
Oh, that's fantastic. I'm sure you know. I'm sure Kevin as well has told you in this game. You got to be patient. I mean,
Yeah.
even here in England, where there's obviously a lot more fighters and a lot more big fights, some of these guys wait 10 years before they finally get that big fight. But fortunately, you won't have to wait that long because this tournament in Riyadh, it's a big opportunity for you. Have you scoped out any of the other heavyweights? I've already spoke to a couple of them. Some of them were top amateurs. Some of them, have just come with minimal amateur background. It's going to be a real mixture.
Yeah, no, I've watched a bit with my coach, but I either like what my coach says in the game plan is I listen to. I don't have to also worry about finding and watching and learning my own thing. I've
Hmm.
got 100% faith and trust in my coach. I go according to what he says. If he says this, I do it. So I'll watch it when my coach calls again and says, "Come sit, we're gonna watch together." I'll watch, but I won't just go do. Yeah, I don't worry too much about that stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. You stay focused on your job at hand. And of course, like I said, this tournament in Riyadh season, great opportunity. Put yourself in the shop window. Get to know the movers in the industry because I know Kevin, he's been over here and Riyadh. I've met him in both locations. Opportunity for you there because yeah, I mean the Saudis, as you know, they're really invested in boxing now.
Yeah, so it's all eyes are on Saudi. The boxing, that's obviously now every boxer's dream is to now fight in Saudi. Um, but sure, this is a chance for the guy from South Africa, his team to, okay, well, my team's already been put on that with Kevin and all that, my coach and them. But now also to get my name out there and us as a team out there, uh, this is a shot. This is like what you think of as a little kid when you're training. So you
Mhm.
can't mess it up now. This is like do it or you have to give it everything you got.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm sure you know, it's a great time for heavyweights to be a heavyweight as a fan of heavyweight boxing, as most of us fans are, because we love you big guys knocking lumps out of each other. But the old guard, they're pretty much on their last legs. Usyk, Fury, AJ. this is really their last year. And I guess this sort of tournament, it sort of builds the scene for you guys the next crop. Do you follow the heavyweight scene? I mean, here in the UK, it's absolutely flying. We've got so many young talents coming through. You scoped out potential future rivals who you think are going to be some of the top fighters?
Yes, no, we've watched it. Like the UK heavyweight division's crazy. It's massive. It's nothing like here in SA, but we obviously do check it. Whatever comes in the future, we got to be ready to face and take on. So we have checked it out and all that. But yeah, we just had a look at it, and we obviously train every day towards that phone call we get.
Hmm.
So we'll be ready.
And well, if all goes well in Riyadh, do you think you might want to relocate? Would you relocate maybe to the UK or the US?
No, this is my home. My coach is here. The gym
Hmm.
is here. If my coach and team actually like up and go, I would look at upping and going. But unless if they don't move, I'm not moving.
All right, that's good. And as you said, hey, maybe the better thing is if guys like you and Kevin can actually just bring some of the big time fights back to South Africa. Wouldn't that be something?
Yeah, no, that'll be good. Bring it back to like how it was in the old days. Yeah.
I mean, looking at your record, it seems you're maybe a smaller heavyweight, not I mean, you're around the 220 pound mark. Having seen Usyk, what he's done, do you think that actually you smaller heavyweights actually are the more optimal size? Some of these really big guys, they're almost too slow, too lumbering.
Yeah, of course. Like I said earlier, it's the skill that wins the fight. So Alexander Usak's one of the greatest names to say right now. He's gone against all of them, the biggest punches, the biggest men, the biggest everything, and he's come out victorious. But why his game plan and his skill is higher than the next. So
Hmm.
that's all that matters. That when it comes down, yeah, all us heavyweights can hit. If we land the mark, there's trouble. But it's who's got the better game plan and the better skill and knowledge prep for that fight wins.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the legend from South Africa himself, Corey Sanders, when he shocked the giant Klitschko and actually made Klitschko get behind his jab for the rest of his career. So, yeah, you smaller guys can definitely give those big giants a nasty surprise. I mean, what can we expect from you stylistically? Obviously, most of us here in Europe haven't seen you fight yet.
I guess we'll have to see when we fight our first opening fight in Saudi Arabia. Everyone can have a look then.
Touche. We're going to have to definitely tune in. Um, can you tell us some of your favorite fighters that you maybe like watching or maybe taking things from,
So
past or
current,
present?
I love Usyk.
Hmm.
Past is Mike Tyson.
Aha.
Those two are my favorite heavyweights right now. Well, past and current.
Yeah, well, two absolutely greats of the sport. Both very different, incidentally. But yeah, both masters of what they did. And
Yeah, that's
how do you see? Just want to ask your opinion. Potential couple of big fights. You know that nothing's concrete yet, but there's talk that Usyk might have to fight Joe Parker, or he might fight Daniel Dubois. Yeah, any of that combination of three fights. How do you see it going?
yo. I think Usyk, like knowledge and skill wise, is far superior. But I'm happy for Joseph Parker getting the shot at Usyk. I think
Mhm.
that could be a really good fight. So I would be keen on watching that one.
Uh-huh.
Joseph Parker has overcome a few of the names now recently that no one thought he could. A lot of people also doubted, and he's pulled through. So I'd love to see a fight of Usyk versus Parker.
Hmm. What about the other title holder, Daniel? Of course, Kevin gave him an almighty scare at my local stadium, Tottenham, a couple of years back. Nearly
Yeah,
had him out. Yeah, how do you rate his? He seems to have come on a lot since, I
yeah,
guess.
no, of course he's a he's a dangerous big heavyweight puncher. He's good, but like I said, I really do like Usyk,
Mhm.
um, and I do fancy the fight with Usyk and Parker because Parker has gone through and done what he's had to do to get the shot. and I
Yeah,
think it could be a good fight, as Park is also a good boxer. So I would be keen to see that. Obviously, Usyk Dubois is massive, but they have fought before. Yes, Dubois is a different fighter now, but they have fought before. So I'd like to see the Parker one more.
yeah, yeah. We do want to see these new unique fights. All right, Keaton, it's been fabulous introducing you to the fans over here. Is there anything you want to add?
No, that's it. I'm just excited to be in this tournament. I'm really keen to come showcase my skills with my coach and team. And yeah, I'm confident we're going to win this.
Fabulous. So I guess again, I urge all the fans, look out. I think it's just about a month from now. The fighters are going to be out flying out to Saudi Arabia.
Yes.
So yeah, look out for that, especially guys like Keaton Gomes, heavyweights. Yeah, always exciting. All right, Keaton, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, bro.
Good
Thanks
luck.
for having me.
Good luck in Riyadh, and we'll speak again soon.
Thank you. Thank you so much.